Hey guys, it's JJ. Welcome back to the Lions franchise. And welcome to the preseason cut. This is going to be the plays that our players made, especially those that were made by our backups trying to make the roster. Now, as you can see, the Buccaneers have QB Matt Stafford on their roster. He's their number one QB. And we will not just face him here in week 1 of the preseason, but also in week 1 of the regular season. So there is an interesting storyline. His first game out of Detroit is against Detroit in Tampa Bay. There is Luke Wagner failing to make the interception. Kingsbury is back out onto the field. And over the middle, there is Lindell Thierry absorbing the hit, but hangs on. That was Antoine Winfield on the hit. Kingsbury is going to start the first 2 games of the preseason, and then Dwayne Haskins is going to play the last two games of the preseason. There is Calvin Short with a nice catch and run of about 20 yards. And there is outside zone for Calvin Short, and he gets down to the 4-yard line. That is something I want to play a lot more this season because we have this speed on the field. First and goal for Kerryon Johnson, and he fights into the end zone, and that's a touchdown for the Lions. The starting O looks more than ready, and we are still in the first quarter. Kingsbury gets it away to TJ Hawkinson, and he almost broke a tackle there, and he has 11 yards in the first down. 11 personnel for Kingsbury now. There is Kerryon Johnson up the middle, and he has about 8 yards and almost a first down. 2 tight ends for Tom Brady, who is the backup to Matt Stafford, and there is a pick by Miguel Cruz, and he has the football for the Lions. Nice pick. He played a pretty great preseason, I think, but you'll see later. Tom Brady has it knocked away by Devon Beckett. We are now into the second quarter, and the backups are playing. Tom Brady, he has lots of time, but it eventually runs out. He has to dump it off, and there is Dante Johnson with the hit. Knocks the ball incomplete. Tom Brady with bunch to the left, and he gets it away, but it's knocked away by Devon Beckett once again. Goal line personnel, and there is Keshawn Vaughn, and he is tackled for a huge loss by Addison Wheaton. And I love how Addison Wheaton has developed over the last couple seasons. He has improved on his tackling and run stop abilities, and it shows. There is Raheem McLaughlin, and he has 21 yards on the bubble. 4th and 11 here. Kingsbury is on target for Hunter Bryant. He has a first down, 12 yards. Into the third quarter now, and there is RML, and he gets down the sideline, does not get the block, but still falls forward. Nice play, 21 yards. RML is fighting for the slot receiver position with Matthew Fort. They both want to have that third receiver spot. They are going to fight it out in preseason, and we are having a nice hit here by Dante Johnson. 2nd and 5. Kingsbury motions, I think, RML. Yes, that's him, and he gets down the sideline. 93 speed, and he lost the football. Of all our receivers, he has the 2nd worst carrying rating. That is pretty sad. Tom Brady is back onto the field. He has an empty formation and is picked off. There is Gerald Lindley, and he takes it back the other way. That is a pick 6. That is a great play to recognize the slant and undercut it, take it back the other way. Kingsbury It's a play action shot, and he has a man open. It's the end of the game. There is Matthew Ford with a great catch in between defenders. And we've got some upgrading to do. Frank Ragnow, our center, he gets a really weak upgrade here. Terrence Rodriguez, he's gonna be starting at left end. And he has a nice upgrade here with +1 acceleration and +1 block shedding. Matthew Ford gets a route runner upgrade here. He's fighting for that spot on slot receiver with RML and Tyrone Shepard as well. Eric Fisher, he has an upgrade here despite him being about 34 years old. And we've got the scenario engine giving Clyde Farr an upgrade. We'll go with pass blocking here because he is a tackle and he plays against Von Miller twice a season and one of the Smiths. And Daniil Hunter. And we will go with pass block power and he receives a nice upgrade here. Miguel Cruz, he had the interception. He played a nice game. And he gets a nice upgrade here with zone and man coverage, some pursuit and tackling as well. Luke Wagner, he's going to be the starter at left outside linebacker, and he gets a really nice upgrade here for run stopping. He's also going to be the starter in nickel packages and dime personnel as well. Second game, Washington football team, and they signed Daniel Jones, who goes down here. Coverage sack, Terrence Rodriguez. And then they get down into the red zone at the end of the first quarter, and there is a nice run stop made by Jeremy Gabriel. Kamara goes nowhere. Second and goal for Daniel Jones here on back-to-back plays. Jones is going down. That is Amari Burns, the first round pick in this year's draft. He fought off the left tackle and sacks the quarterback. There is Kerryon Johnson. He broke a tackle 9 yards. So I have developed a scheme where all three of these running backs are gonna play a lot. And there is a throw out of sack, but Lindell Thierry comes back for it. And there's a nice reception for 24 yards. Kingsbury on the RPO, and there is Lindell Thierry, and there is the 96 speed on this play, and he gets into the end zone. Touchdown Lions. Nice play on the bubble RPO. Daniel Jones back out onto the field along with Alvin Kamara, and he has lots of time, but eventually it runs out and he goes down. There is Christian Wilkins, and I adjusted his number later to get him the 94 that he had in Miami. And there is Kelvin Short choking out defenders and then getting out of bounds. Nice play, 18 yards. Kelvin Short looks a lot like he is ready for this season to come around. There is DeAndre Swift into the third quarter. He has a nice catch and run on the angle routes. Into the fourth quarter now. There is not a whole lot of highlights in this game, and DeAndre Swift getting upfield, getting 13 yards. Nice play. 11 of those after contact. On 3rd and 7, quick throw, and you need to be on target for this play. 3rd and 7, you need to be on target. There is Ty Johnson. He lost his 31 as he was let go at the end of the season, and then Kyle Hazelwood came in, took the 31, and then I re-signed him, but he has now the 34. And I love that I signed Ron Leary. He's going to be a starter, and he gives these young players some ratings boosts. Raheem McLaughlin, he gets a really great upgrade here. Medium route running, deep route, short route. He is the second best route runner on the team immediately after entering the building. There's a nice upgrade here with 2 finesse moves, by the way. And RML is fighting for that slot receiver spot, which is not really his strength, but he's looking a lot like he's gonna win the job just because his ceiling is higher. And there is TJ Hawkinson with a nice play. As I was saying, RML he does not have the short route running yet to play in the slot, but he maybe would if I give him the job. Then he gets a couple upgrades and I'll bring it up to 85, 86, I don't know, and then it looks a lot better. And there is Calvin Short racing down the sideline, getting tracked down. And Arcega-Whiteside actually was hurt on the play, but it was just a bruised elbow, so he came back. Dwayne Haskins, you need to make that throw to Lindell Thierry. He had a step separation, and you need to be on target for that one. You need to get the first down, man. And there is Christopher Barkley going down Carlos Jefferson in the backfield. We are used to see that. 2nd and 7. Dwayne Haskins. He had number 7 assigned, and there is Lindell Thierry racing down the sideline, and he is gone. 96 speed. You're not gonna catch this guy. Unless you're Dante Jackson, of course. So Dwayne Haskins has number 7, which is retired. I realized that after the preseason, and I changed his number to 1. Now there is Chris Barkley going down once again, and there is Carlos Jefferson once again. I also had to change the number of Raheem McLaughlin because he had 85, and that is retired as well. Tyrone Shepard here with a nice catch in traffic. And over the middle, wide open, is Hunter Bryant, and he is gone. Dwayne Haskins, I think over the long term, he's going to be the better quarterback. He has some inaccuracies, but it is not as much as Tyler Kingsbury. And there is a nice run stop made by Dante Johnson. So that's a 3-yard loss on the screen. Mark Wilkins is going down, and he lost the football. It's recovered by Wilkins. And the forced fumble was made by Clelin Ferrell. And he was not supposed to be on the field, you know. In the first 2 games, I let him play. And in the last 2 games of preseason, I let Amari Burns play on the right side, on the right edge. And there is DeAndre Swift breaking a tackle into the end zone. Nice play by the 3rd running back. So my scheme for running backs is going to be the first quarter belongs to Kerryon Johnson. The second goes to Calvin Short because of the 2-minute warning. And the third quarter goes to DeAndre Swift. And when we are leading a game, the fourth quarter goes to Kerryon Johnson. When we are losing in a game, the fourth quarter goes to Calvin Short. That way I can adjust a lot more, and I think every running back has a good chance to produce something. And there is DeAndre Swift. He's getting down the sideline, 15 yards. Nice play. It's not like DeAndre Swift played the first 4 games last season and then he just completely disappeared because it just didn't work out, and he does not have the speed upside of Calvin Short. Dwayne Haskins, he has Hunter Bryant on the crosser, and that is a 16-yard gain. And then at the end of the game, 11 seconds left, Mark Wilkins, he throws it up, and it's absolutely perfect. Nice catch. I just wanted to include that because Damian Childress made an excellent catch despite great coverage by Addison Wheaton. And of course, if you enjoyed the video, I would appreciate it if you liked and subscribed. Ring the bell for notifications whenever I upload. Carlos Jefferson's ratings are so solid now, I love it. Lindell Thierry gets an upgrade. We are going into deep threat, and he also gets a spin move. He gets some deep route running, some release. And Clyde Farr will go into his worst archetype, and he gets even stronger. He is so strong already, and he gets even stronger now. Some pass block finesse as well. Christian Wilkins, he's going to be the rush D tackle. So on nickel and dime personnel, he's going to come in. And on base 4-3, it's going to be Jeremy Gabriel because of the run stopping upside. And Philip Durant here gets an upgrade as well. Jeff Okuda, he has a really nice upgrade here with +3 man coverage, some play rec as well. He's developing nicely into a #1 corner, despite we have already a #1 corner. He's going to be the #2 for a long time. And his contract is up after the season. Last game of preseason against the Packers, and I think that sucks, but yeah, we're gonna have to live with that. We cannot edit any schedules. Nice throw here for Dwayne Haskins. On some of these deep balls, he's a lot more accurate than Tyler Kingsbury, and that's why he is the starter at the end of preseason. Kerryon Johnson, nice gain here for about 10 yards. There is Aaron Jones, and he goes absolutely nowhere. And Bakhtiari, the best tackle in the game, is down in pain, and he comes out of the game. He actually is hurt so much that he is gonna miss half the season. So that's a bummer for the Packers, losing their best O-lineman. But it helps us. And here's a nice catch made by DeAndre Swift, fighting ahead, breaking the tackle. Nice play. Dwayne Haskins, he has pressure, but he is complete on target for RML, and he has a first down and actually broke the tackle going out of bounds. Dwayne Haskins, nice throw, and Hunter Bryant broke a tackle, but there was another one, 23 yards through the air. He is still gonna be the #2 tight end on the field. DeAndre Swift into the end zone. He had a really great preseason, some really nice numbers, north of 5 yards a carry, so pretty great stuff there. Jordan Love is going down. It's Amari Burns back for his second sack of the preseason, and here's how he did it. This is what I call a high quality sack. He just beat the tackle straight up, and it was not like a coverage sack. Jordan Love, he goes down once again, and there is Amari Burns for a second time, and he once again had a high quality sack. As you can see, it's the same animation, but he straight up beat the left tackle and won the matchup. That's what I want to see more from our D-line. Jordan Love, he has lots of time. He just about got it away. Pressure was coming in from Amari Burns, and this one is picked off. It's Amani Oruwariye, and he always seems to make some plays in the preseason and also in the regular season. He always has a pick here or there. Jordan Love, he gets it away. It's almost intercepted by Devon Beckett. Nice play. Dwayne Haskins on the bubble RPO. There is RML. He jukes out a defender, and he gets tackled after that. But nice play. That's 19 yards. That's what I want to see from a slot receiver. Jordan Love, he has a man open, and there is a hit applied by Jeff Chaney. He now was degraded to a backup after being the starter at free safety for a couple games at the beginning of the last year, and that's a throw Haskins needs to make. But Chaney did not play like a starter, and I don't think he has the coverage to be a starter at safety at all. So he's going to be a backup. Jeremy Gabriel with a nice sack here, but it's just coverage. He took a long time, but he split a double team as well. Haskins on the bubble RPO once again, and there is Ty Johnson, and he is racing down the sideline. Nice play. There is 37 yards for Ty Johnson, who made the roster once again. He has 94 speed. I just love that, to have someone with good speed coming in if somebody's hurt. And there is Matias Machado, another pickup we had, and he had a really nice rep here, beating the right tackle Boston Scott, another rookie. And there is Jordan Love going down once again, and Christian Wilkins forces the fumble. Gabriel does not manage to fall on this one, and Wilkins, yeah, you just can see the power here. Nice play. He's gonna be the starter at rush D tackle. There is a bubble RPO once again, and there is Tyrone Shepard getting down the sideline. Can they catch him? No, they cannot. He outran the defense, and they were pressuring Haskins, and that was a mistake. You need to have two safeties if the Lions play this play. So Dwayne Haskins, here is a nice throw. There is RML getting caught by the shoelaces, but he had a really nice preseason, I think, and I would say he earned that slot spot. There is a nice catch down inside the 5. It's Hunter Bryant once again. He has a really nice preseason as well. And then goal line personnel for the Packers, and Haskins gets it away, and that's a touchdown for RML. Another one. So for left end, for the backup spot, I played Matias Machado in these 2 games, and I played Philip Durant in the last 2 games. And there is a really nice pass rush move by Amari Burns, jumping over the tackle. What a play. He sadly got it away before Burns could get to him, but that would have been a nice sack. Haskins on the play action shot. Time runs out, but RML has some good separation on that play as well. And I think he has earned that slot row. Matthew Ford, he just does not have the speed I'm looking for. Also, he does not have the breaking tackle ability, but yeah. Let's talk about running backs. Kerryon Johnson has a nice upgrade here, and he looks so solid. Just his spin move, his change of direction, and strength are not that great, but yeah, I can live with that. Kevin Short, he's going to be the starter in the second quarter of each game. He has a nice carrying upgrade here. That was a weakness of his. We were pretty lucky that he did not have a lot of fumbles last season. But just the speed is so special, and the agility, change of direction. And then DeAndre Swift, he's gonna play the third quarter of each game, and he has a nice juke upgrade here, carrying as well. That was a weakness of his as well. And he has now a 91 juke move, so I think that's gonna be good if he wants to juke out some people. And I hope that works, because up until now, juking out people does not really work. Tyrone Shepard had a great preseason, especially in the last game. He had a few key catches, and there he gets +4 catch in traffic. What an upgrade. And then punter Jack Fox, he gets a kick power upgrade, so that's pretty nice. He has now 94. Let's look at the numbers. I think Dwayne Haskins, he had, I mean, the numbers don't really show it, but he was on target mostly when on third down, while Tyler Kingsbury, he has some inaccuracies, and the Rookie of the Year award is not reflecting what he's done last season, because half of his yardage always is from screens and yards after catch, yards after contact, and stuff like that. So I don't feel like Kingsbury is going to play this season at all, maybe in garbage time. Swift had a great preseason. Calvin Short, he's just so explosive, but also a lot of his runs, if somebody gets a hand on him, he's done. Kerryon Johnson, he can break so many tackles, so I would love to play all 3 of these for every game. like for the entire time, but if you have 3 good running backs, you need to split some carries here. And Lindell Thierry, he had the best preseason of the receivers. He had so much yardage after catch, as well as RML. He had 157 after catch. He also had a score. I manufactured some touches to him because I wanted to see what he can do after the catch, and that is not really the strength of Ford's game, so I wanted to see the upside of that. Shepard had a great preseason, as well as Hunter Bryant. Ford, he kind of disappeared, and when he did not disappear, sometimes he didn't hang on, and it was just not a whole lot of yardage after catch, so he loses his slot starting role. Ty Johnson, he did not play much, but he's gonna stay on the roster. Swift had a good preseason, also receiving. TJ Hawkinson had a good preseason. Arcega-Whiteside, they weren't just on the field a whole lot. And Darryl McKenzie, as you can see later, he was moved to the practice squad. Although there was a sixth receiver spot open, you're gonna see why he was moved to the practice squad. Addison Wheaton had a great preseason, 26 tackles, 3 TFLs. Ramon Colon had a great preseason. And yeah, 3 TFLs for Addison Wheaton. The only thing missing is a pick. Other than that, he played really well, and he still is a slot corner. Jeremy Gabriel had a nice preseason run stopping, and Devon Beckett had a great preseason. 3 sacks for Amari Burns. It would have been 4 with that leaping over the tackle thing, but Love got it away. Wilkins and Jefferson, each a couple sacks. Nice production from our defensive tackles here. Jeremy Gabriel with a coverage sack. And Matias Machado and Enrique Fowler and Terrence Rodriguez, each with 1 sack. Pretty quiet. For INTs, Miguel Cruz in his first game, he had a pretty nice pick. But other than that, he had an okay preseason, but it wasn't something standing out. And Gerald Lindley, he had a pick 6, but other than that, he did not have anything going for him. So yeah, at the end of preseason, Amari Burns, he's good enough. I do not need Cleveland Farrell. I would love to keep him around, but he takes up a roster spot I don't have. I don't want to have 6 edge rushers on the roster. I only want 4. But in this case, I'm gonna make an exception. It's gonna be 5, but Farrell still is out. Jonah Jackson, he has been on the roster for 3 years now. He has not been developing, so I'm gonna cut him. We don't even need really a backup guard because we have John Wise now as a backup. And Gerald Lindley, he didn't make enough plays. He made the 1 pick 6, and that's it. He didn't have any other great plays, TFLs or anything. So he is going to be cut. I later re-added him to the practice squad because he still had a year eligibility left for that. So now at cuts, we released Ty Johnson, but I re-added him to the roster in week 1, so he's going to be still on the roster. I added Gene Foster to the practice squad. After that, I edited some numbers and some positions, and Enrique Fowler is gonna be gone to the practice squad. Springs, Higgins, Rod Mackey was just not good enough. Tashawn Harris wasn't either. Ramon Hernandez, I later added him to the roster again, and John Sears has been released as well. And look what I found in week 1. Jamel McLean, he was one of these 10 receivers that were taken in the first round of the first draft. And he was just cut by Indianapolis. So I thought, why not add him? He is good. He looks really solid. I just don't know what he plays like. So I was not sure how to handle that. And he's also only 5'11", so he's not really the player I want to have on the outside, but also he's a deep threat. He doesn't have the skill set yet to play in the slot. Raheem McLaughlin gets an upgrade here, And his ratings look like this. The short route running is the only thing that was holding me back, but he still is going to play in the slot. The short route running is going to get better after a couple games, I think. And Miguel Cruz, he gets a strength upgrade here, which is also very valuable. Money or Warrior gets an upgrade. He had the pick in preseason. And he gets a really nice upgrade here with change of direction and zone, tackling. For the season goal, we are going to make the playoffs. We just about missed out last season, and I think we are going to do it this season. We're going to go to the playoffs, and I think this roster is ready for a Super Bowl. Dwayne Haskins is going to be the starter, but I'm not afraid to take him out if he plays badly. Kingsbury's throwing ratings aren't that bad, that far behind or anything. Just is some more inaccurate over a medium distance, and that's not what I want. Yeah, as I was saying, Kerryon Johnson is going to play the first quarters. Kelvin Short is going to play the second quarters. DeAndre Swift is going to play the third quarters. And in the fourth quarter, I'm going to decide whether we are winning or losing. And depending on that, I will change out the running back. And yeah, I was really impressed with Swift's preseason. In this scenario, like after last season in real life, he would have probably been demanding a trade because he was not playing for 10 games. And I want to give him the ball. Yeah. JJ Arcega-Whiteside is our number 1. No discussion about that. Lindell Thierry is our number 2. In the slot, it's going to be RML. And Jamel McLean is going to play in the slot as well. I want to try him out in the first couple of games. See what he can do. Tyrone Shepard and Matthew Ford are going to be the number 3s. So Shepard is going to be the number 3 on the outside, and Matthew Ford is going to be the number 3 on the slot depth chart. For tackle, we've got Sidney Woodyard. He had a good preseason. I mean, he's not perfect, but he's a rookie, and I think he is a good starter. Eric Fisher, he's going to be a backup tackle for left and right tackle. So I'm pretty excited about that. Then we've got Matthew Wilkinson, who has not developed a whole lot, but he's a solid starter right now in the league. Then we also got Frank Ragnow. He is going to be the starter for a few more years since we extended his contract. He's going to be backed up by Ramon Hernandez. Then Ron Leary, he's going to be the starter at right guard. I don't know what makes him better, but he's just better than John Wise. Straight up better. And John Wise has been such a liability in run blocking the last 2 seasons. I was just too tired of it. So he's going to be a swing guard right now. I'll see what I can do next season, but maybe he's not going to be a starter ever. I don't know. He just doesn't have it. Clyde Farr, he's a solid starter, and he just got upgraded as well. I really like where his ratings are at, and he's going to be the one that plays Daniel Hunter and Khalil Mack. And there is TJ Hawkinson, Hunter Bryant, and Neil Hoffman. These 3 are our tight ends. There is not a whole lot to discuss there. I also made Arcega-Whiteside a captain and Dwayne Haskins as well. Terrence Rodriguez, he's going to come off the left edge. There is not a whole lot to discuss here. Philip Durant is going to back him up in 4-3 base, and Machado is going to back him up in the rush left end spots. Jeremy Gabriel is going to be the starter in 4-3 base, as well as Carlos Jefferson. He's going to be on the field the entire time. Not a whole lot to discuss here. Christian Wilkins is going to come in nickel and dime personnel, and that is going to be a lot more snaps than Jeremy Gabriel. But Jeremy Gabriel is just not the pass rusher I need him to be. Then for the right edge spot, it's going to be Trey Flowers. He still is really good, and he is not regressing a whole lot. I was expecting a lot worse, but he is fine on regression up until now. I released Cleveland Farrell, so Amari Burns is going to back him up And I thought about maybe bringing in Amari Burns on nickel and dime personnel sometimes. But we'll see. He has really good power moves, and you could see that in the preseason. He was the preseason MVP. Now for cornerbacks. Jair Alexander, he is going to be the starter. No discussion about that. He is the best corner probably in the entire league. Maybe behind Jalen Ramsey, but he is such a good corner. Addison Wheaton really has earned his starting role in the slot. He played so great there last season, and I think it's worth it to keep him there, especially since his run-stopping abilities have been improved a lot. Jeff Okudah is going to start opposite of Jair Alexander. And as always, I'm going to make sure that these cornerback matchups are ranked by overall, because we have the best corners in the league and we can do that. At strong safety, we have Tracy Walker. There is not a whole lot to discuss here. He is a team captain. I also made Carlos Jefferson a team captain, by the way. And he's going to be backed up by Jeff Chaney and Will Harris. And I will eventually trade Will Harris if there is some cap space on the Buccaneers. Luke Wagner, starter at left outside linebacker. He has superstar dev after 2 seasons. That's pretty nice. Ramon Colon is going to start in the middle, and he's going to be also the second guy in nickel personnel. Justin Gunter, he lost his starting role in the nickel, but he's going to be a good run stopper. And with these 3 guys, I think we may be able to play some base 4-3 even when it's 11 personnel. Javier Taylor is going to be the starter at free safety. He did not make a single play in the preseason, but I trust him to be a great starter because Dante Johnson wasn't and Jeff Chaney wasn't either. Next week is going to be week 1. It's going to be in Tampa Bay. We are going to play Matt Stafford. And alright, that's going to do it for this episode. Thanks for watching. If you enjoyed, please leave a like and subscribe for more Lions franchise. See you in the next episode. Until then, spread some love.